So good morning all, and welcome along to the test ride of this. This is the Renegade Freedom 125cc. What a stunning looking bike this is from a distance. Right, if you haven't seen the walk around video, go and watch that first. This is going to be the ride test video of this. So emblazoned to start with, the big R, the Renegade logo to the front. You've got your gold wheels, disc brakes front and rear on this. Water-cooled bike, your crash sliders to each side of the bike, but very easy to get in, maintain all this. The batteries below here, Freedom logo to the side, pillion pegs to the rear. Now this one comes with a seat cover, but you also get with the bike the rear seat, so you've got two options. If you want to ride on your own, you can have the cover at the back, or if you want to ride with a pillion, you can just unbolt two bolts and drop your pillion seat in. Adjustable suspension to the rear, nice long black tail can in matte black, LED stop light, bulb indicators, and your number plate sits quite low on this with your reg plate light there just below the rear reflector. Chain drive, and then just coming down the side of the bike on the near side, very easy to get in and check your coolant levels. All your fuel injection system is here, and the pegs are set quite forward, cruiser style. Now with the mirrors, you have two options. You can unbolt these are bar end mirrors, so you can sling them low if you fancy being a little bit of a cruiser, or you can set them up high above the bar. So you've got the two options. We've got this set in the low mode because I just wanted to try out what they were like in a low mode, what I could see of the road behind. If not, we're going to flip them up and put them on top. 6-speed box, Bosch fuel injection on this, and you've got a side stand and a main stand. And someone did say to me yesterday, he said, I do like that front headlight setup. If you was to put a little dark screen here, it would look like the Queen from Alien. It probably would. Digital display on this one, so you've got your neutral light just to show the centre there, your left, your right, your main beam, and your engine management light. Rev counter around the top, your miles an hour there, and your gear indicator and your fuel light. Now we've put 5 litres in, and it's still showing as empty, so it's a massive fuel tank on this one. So it's a very big fuel tank, great for knocking up all the miles if you fancy being out cruising. What does it sound like? It's got a grunt to it. It sounds just like a Renegade would. It's exactly the same sound as the old Renegades, but it does sound very, very good. So we're going to get out, we are going to have a road test on this, and obviously being in kilometers, 40 to 45 mile an hour on one of these, because you are running the engine in, brand new engine, so that is going to be around about 55-60k. But we're going to get out and we're going to try the braking out, we're going to try out all the different bits and pieces on this bike and see what she's like. So thank you for the guys at WK Bikes for popping this down. Front brake on it is as crisp as you would expect. So let's get it out into traffic. We are clear to go, and let's see how quick we can get it up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up into 6, and we're there already. So we're going to set it around about 60k and just see what she rides like. Now with the mirrors underneath, I've still got a good view of the road below, so you can still see the road below, and the mirrors do look very cool slung underneath. A lot of the scooter boys do this, they sling the mirrors low, makes it easy to see the road behind. But the next thing to do is obviously, once we get back to the workshop, to put the mirrors above and see what the difference is, and obviously go for what we call the best mirror aspect. And I've got a feeling it's going to be on top, but set low you still get a perfect view of the road. Now this thing does lean over on the way down. It was like, oh blimey, it does lean over a bit, but being a very, very low centre of gravity makes the bike very manoeuvrable around corners and into bends, and it handles exceptionally well. Even lifting off, which you shouldn't be doing on a main road, but the bike is very, very stable. So if you are riding, the trick is just to hold your bars loosely, don't grip for hell. I tend to hold the bars very, very lightly in my hands, and just let my hands ride on the bars, let the bike do its own thing. Emblazoned with the Renegade logo again below that bar, and these bars, it's very, very comfortable, so it's not aching on the wrists. My feet are forward and resting on the pegs, but the bike is very comfortable. The seat is very high, you're up level with the top of the fuel tank, which makes it a great seating position to get your legs stretched out in front of you. So very nice riding style on this one, and I do like my cruiser bikes now. So let's give it a reach score. Rideability, it's, do you know what, it's darn good compared to the old Renegade Commandos, the old Renegade Vegases. Now it's got this 6-speed box on it, it's got the Bosch fuel injection. The rideability, I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. Affordability, or should we say economy first, reach, economy, you're going to get plenty to the gallon. No point in rev bombing in the tunnel because it is 125, but the economy on this, you're going to get plenty of miles to the gallon as you would expect on a 125, and just flicking it around like I normally do through these roundabouts. I call them RB's twisties, and that's in 5th gear as well, so giving it some torque from 5th gear. The economy on this is good, so I'm going to give it another 10 out of 10. Affordability, now these don't come cheap, so if you want to check the latest price out on the Renegades, go and have a look on WK's website, or go onto Motorcycles, check that out. But for what they're getting for the money, what you're getting for the money is good. Obviously it's not one of the cheapest bikes around, so affordability, unfortunately, I am going to say if it was £100 cheaper, it would make it affordable, but the price it's set at is very, very competitive at the moment. But obviously, if you're looking at a big cruiser bike and you're thinking, and I know recently they have dropped the price on it, so I think they've actually cottoned on, and the affordability has hit the mark that I suggested. So I'm still going to say a 10. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. I was going to say 9, but I'll say 10. Because it is still very affordable for what you're getting. Comfort, I can't fault it. I'll give this a full 20 for how comfortable this is, and I'm used to riding some really hard seats and bad suspension. Comfort on it is absolutely lovely. It's got the nicest setup on the suspension I have felt in ages. The seat is good, the riding position is good, the bars are all set up nice, so the comfort, yep, number 10. As for the handling, as I said earlier, it does lean into those corners. It's great. So, yeah, comfort, I'm going to give it another 10. Perfect 50 again. This is the bee's knees. It is the doggy's doodahs. Very, very comfortable bike. It looks exceptional in this black and gold, and it does, believe me, turn heads, and it doesn't look like a 125. It looks like a 400-500cc bike, being such a long wheelbase on this. But I did love the UN bikes, and we've still got one of the old ones, and we put these side by side and had a look, and I said to them, yep, this is such a better bike. Now that they've got the 6-speed box on it, it makes life so much easier getting through the box. The gear changes are absolutely slick as you can imagine. There's no missed gears, there's no clunking through the gearbox. This gearbox is super smooth. Clutch operation is great. The brakes on it are spot on, especially when you go and grab a handful of back brake, or grab a footful of back brake, should I say. So it's very, very good at what it does. It is available from Eclipse Motorcycles. 01908 643 603 is the main garage number. 822 458 will get you through to my bike line. But if you are thinking of a UM, get the Freedom. It is such a better bike, and it is priced exactly the same price as the Vegas at the moment. So very competitive. But it's obviously a little bit more money than your standard 125, but you are getting what you pay for. As I say, with a lot of the bikes that come out of WK and UM, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, and this is a very, very nice bike. So if you're interested, give the team a call. If you enjoyed the review, have a look at the walk round video. There's so many little extras on this thing compared to the old UMs. But until the next time we're out riding, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. But from RB and the team at Eclipse Motorcycles, it's a big goodbye from me.